You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Bufa. A big charity concert here on Long Island has been canceled at the last minute because of politics. And these signs are at the center of it all. Newsday TV's Macy Eglin brings us the story.
He's turning the whole park into billboards for himself.
For nearly 2 decades, the Just Wild About Harry concert and food drive in honor of Harry Chapin has been held here at the theater named after him in Eisenhower Park.
Event organizers say this right here is the problem. A sign with Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman's name much larger than the event sign with Harry Chapin's name.
But now it's been canceled after organizers say the venue has turned into a re-election effort for county officials. Plus, Blakeman's name on several signs around the stage and on top of it.
For 40 years, the only sign that's been up is the one up top, and it just said Harry Chapin Lakeside Theater with a separate sign underneath for the Nassau County Executive. And that would interchange anytime someone new came in.
Event organizers say performers started dropping out of the lineup, angry over the signs, when they believe the focus should be Chapin. He died back in 1981 in a crash on the LIE, the day he was supposed to perform here. And that's why this setting is so important to event organizers.
The stage feels like it has been co-opted for purposes that we can't support. So it just doesn't feel good anymore.
Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman responded in a letter to Marcus, in part saying, quote, "I have no political agenda other than to memorialize the name of Harry Chapin and help feed hungry people." He has not responded to our request for further comment. Event organizers say they would still do the concert if the signs are removed. In the meantime, they say they are looking into other venues. Reporting for Newsday TV, I'm Macy Eglin.
Another dead whale has been found, this time in the water between Atlantic Beach and Far Rockaway. There's no word yet on how the 30-foot humpback whale died, and there have been at least 17 dead whales found along New York and New Jersey beaches just this year. And a federal appeals court has upheld the conviction of Tom Spota, Suffolk's former DA and one of his top investigators. Tom Spota and Christopher McPartland were both convicted of obstruction of justice and witness tampering in 2019. They were both sentenced to 5 years in prison. Prosecutors claim that they tried to cover up the beating of Christopher Loeb at the hands of then Chief of Police James Burke. Burke, by the way, went to prison for that. And earlier this week, Burke was arrested again, this time for allegedly offering a sex act in indecent exposure at the Vietnam Memorial Park in Farmingville. And 2 people are under arrest in connection with bullets fired into a home in Bellport. It happened on Atlantic Avenue on August 2nd. No one was hurt, mind you. Now, police say a couple from Patchogue has been taken into custody. And a Washington, D.C. man arrested in the Hamptons has pled not guilty to charges that he was stalking Drew Barrymore. Authorities say Chad Michael Busto was going door to door in Sagaponack looking for the actress's home. He was taken into custody yesterday and spoke after being released.
I couldn't find her exact house. I actually spoke with one of the neighbors in that neighborhood, and they're actually one of the people who thought it was weird that I was looking for Drew's house, and they called the cops on me.
Now, police say Barrymore was not home when it happened. Busto is also accused of trying to go on stage with Barrymore during an appearance in Manhattan. And police are searching for the person or people who aimed laser pointers at planes coming in and out of Republic Airport Wednesday night. Investigators say the beams of light came from the grounds of the Northeast Elementary School in North Amityville. After it happened, controllers at Republic Airport sent a warning to pilots. Experts say the lasers could blind a pilot and cause a crash. A new state-of-the-art equipment is now being used to clean cancer-causing chemicals out of the water in the town of Huntington. 8 new treatment systems have been put online to filter 1,4-dioxane and other harmful chemicals out of the drinking water.
The reaction of hydrogen peroxide and ultraviolet light creates a superoxidizer, which breaks apart the 1,4-dioxane molecules.
The Water Authority actually developed the filtering technology. And one of Long Island's biggest sporting events of the year kicks off this weekend. We're talking about the Hamptons Classic. The equestrian show attracts the best riders from around the world. They all descend on Bridgehampton with events beginning this Sunday. All right, let's take a look at your Long Island weather. It was wet all day, and it seems like there's going to be more thunderstorms tonight. And tomorrow, it's going to be a better day, but we have to kind of work to get there. You'll see we have showers in the morning, but the sun does come out with temps in the 80s later in the day.
Long Island weather is brought to you by the Canine Center.
The cut flower business is blooming on Long Island. Ariel Dollinger has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Last October, I took a drive out to West Hampton, pulled over by a roadside dahlia stand, put money in the cash box, took my dahlias, drove home, and thought about what an interesting experience this was that you can only have in a place like Long Island, where there are roadside stands and local growers who are selling their goods. We are here today in West Hampton at Jillian Kabala's house, which is also Nestle Down Dahlias, her roadside dahlia business, and she's about to take us into her backyard and show us how she runs her dahlia stand.
So this is our backyard dahlia farm. It's around 1/3 of an acre, and we have 700 plants. This is not my primary source of income. I'm a dietitian, and my husband and I work full-time, but I know a lot of flower farmers who do that full-time, and it can be really challenging. I supply florists, floral designers, and then I also have extra for the roadside stand.
So tell me about the work that goes into this and why all the flowers are in bags.
So normally in cut flower production, you would use pesticides to control insect damage on the plants. And obviously that's harmful for the environment, pollinators, and also, humans and our customers. The bags help protect the blooms from, caterpillar damage, beetles.
And do I take all these leaves off?
Yes, so you strip the leaves and then you just put them in the bucket. Farming for your livelihood is no joke. It's a lot of work, and every year you're dealing with something. Yeah, so this is another corn borer.
How often are you out here checking on the flowers? And
multiple times per day. So you always have to be back here, seeing what's going on, checking on your plants every day. We started our roadside business 2 years ago, and it's going really well.
For Newsday TV, I'm Ariel Dollinger.
Now, to read more about fresh cut flowers on Long Island, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
There's a new spin on sushi. A conveyor belt sushi chain is now open on the island. Elisa DeStefano heads to Carl Place in today's Feed Me TV.
It's a brand new sushi experience. This is a totally different way to dine.
Cora Revolving Sushi Bar just opened its first New York location in Carl Place.
The company started in Japan, and they have over 450 restaurants in Japan already. We serve authentic Japanese sushi-style food. If you go to our locations in Japan, it's going to be exactly the same food that we're serving here.
So here's how a revolving sushi bar works.
Watch over 100 items pass by your table. There's so many options, and pick any plate you like.
There's everything from sushi to apps to dessert, all $3.75 per plate. You can also choose off the order panel. Their robot delivers drinks. And food arrives by express belt, straight to your table.
That was so fast. The ramen is one of their most popular plates.
The revolving belt goes around, it goes to the kitchen, and it never stops. They have to be quick in making the dishes, and they just put it on the belt so it comes fresh to the customer.
And don't forget dessert. I was told to try their famous taiyaki, red bean paste, and the ice cream. It is delicious. A first for me, but definitely not a last.
As a bonus, for every 5 plates you eat, your table is treated to an animation.
And if you could eat 15 plates, I'll have to bring a few friends next time. You get a prize. A superhero lanyard. How cute. For Newsday TV, Elisa DiStefano.
I try to get the high score because I love sushi. Now, for more on the revolving sushi bar, go to Newsday.com and click Get More. Well, the Newsday TV video box.
Newsday brings you the latest on the Gilgo Beach killings with Suffolk County Sheriff Errol Toulon Jr. Learn about the suspect's life behind bars and where the case goes from here. A conversation with Errol Toulon Jr. Now available at Newsday.com.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us. We leave you now with a look at your 7-day forecast.